the day, I mean, manufacturers would stand next to their equipment and sort of, yeah, there's a 2-year warranty, there's a 3-year warranty on this. If it breaks before then, we'll fix it, because we want to be known for reliable stuff. And these days, well, there's 12 months, but you have to sell your soul to the devil and dance naked down the street and goodness knows what else just to get us to listen to you. I'm not going right now, no. What is the time? It's 10:45. So yeah, she was looking into that. Basically, they gave you an email address. You have to email them. They then send you an email, and they want some photos of some part of the equipment. So you have to email that back to them. You have to provide proof of purchase, which these days isn't that difficult. If you're shopping on Amazon or if you're shopping on Sam's or something like that, they hold the history of everything you've bought. And I'm sure if you use a grocery store card, you could go on Tesco's website, and if you used your card when you were purchasing stuff, you can look back 2 years and they'll tell you, yeah, this is what you bought on the 15th of October 2024. So you can, even if you've thrown the receipt away, you've got the proof of purchase on their website, and you can print that off and say, here's the proof I bought it here, look, here's the thing. But yeah, so that's as far as we've got, and unfortunately by that point it's 5 o'clock in the evening on Friday, so we're probably not going to hear back from them until Monday. And then the other thing it did say on their website was then you have to pay to ship it back to us. Oh yeah, good to stand next to your, yeah. We're going to make you pay to get your thing repaired. Don't know how much it's going to cost to ship it. At least you don't have to pay for the spare parts or whatever. But even so, it's like, yeah, we've had it 3 months. Or we've been using it for 3 months, and now it doesn't work. I am not impressed, and I think I'm a little bit sad that I don't remember what make our previous air fryer was. I'd go for the style we've got now, but I would definitely go back to the one we had, because it all went. Yeah, it lasted so long. It did fail eventually, but that was like 4 or 5 years down we'd been using it for. But this one, we unpacked it, we stuck, because that was stupid things they ask us. Oh, did you move it? No. We unpacked it, we stuck it on the counter, the worktop, and it has been sat there being used for the last 3 months, and now it doesn't work. Because the implication is, oh, you moved it to clean behind it. Well, that just invalidates the warranty implication. It's like, no, assholes, just stand behind your equipment. You made it, it didn't work, you fix it. And don't screw your customers around. So, yeah, so now we don't have an air fryer. Literally, a lot of the stuff, Mrs. Osa's been making beef stews or, you know, whatever, sort of a... Yes. Yeah, so Mrs. Osa's been, you know, cooking a lot of sort of stews and what have you, and I tend to, for leftovers, I will water that down with some beef broth or chicken broth and warm it up in the microwave. So it's more of a soup than a stew. which is it's a nice light thing you can have at lunchtime. Leftovers. I'm not sure we've got much left for small stacks, and now we don't have the air fryer. I really don't know what I'm going to have today because we don't have any sandwich food. How's the reading contracts going? I didn't check the mowing contract. Well, okay, but I will. So yeah, so that's the thing. So we've got the car to fix, we've got the air fryer to get fixed. Hopefully it's not too much to ship it, but that can be up to 70, 80 bucks. And then you sort of question about, is it worth selling stuff? It's it's one of the things when I'm buying stuff for the model railway. It's like last week. I need a little packet of things from a model store that hell, if there was one around here, I would just drive down there, pick it up and come home, and it's like 10 bucks out of my pocket. But there are no model stores around here, so I have to order from I'm still ordering from a model store, but it's in New Jersey or Oregon, the two places I'm ordering from, and sometimes California, which is fine. The thing I want is 10 bucks, but the shipping costs 20. So I'm paying twice as much to ship it to me as I'm paying for the thing itself. So when that's, for that, what I'll generally do is I'll order what I absolutely need right away because I've identified I need it. And then I'll order a couple of other things that I could really use and work it. I will, work it for I'll just work it into the cost. So shipping isn't twice as much as as the material I'm ordering. It's a smaller percentage. So I think this week I ordered just something that was a total of 80 bucks, and shipping popped it up to about 98. But shipping is not as bad as, hey, ordering something for 10 bucks and then paying almost 30 for it. Similar with the UK. I know I'm going to need some stuff from the UK, but it's not an emergency. I can draw up a progressive shopping list over the course of possibly the next 2 months, and then place an order in September, and one shipping charge for all the things I've decided I kind of need to progress. But yeah, shipping is frightfully expensive. One of the nice things about Amazon Prime, so many things are free shipping because you have Amazon Prime. I think I ordered a thing for 10 bucks yesterday and it said, hey, you saved 10 bucks on shipping because you have Amazon Prime. It's like, really? Okay. And then there are some things that aren't eligible for free shipping. I was looking up something and it was about 8 bucks, but then another 5 bucks, 6 bucks shipping. So total charge 14 bucks for the thing plus shipping. It's like, no, let me do a search. So I did a search and the cheapest I found, other than that one for 8 bucks, was 11 bucks, free shipping. So don't just look at the price, look at the shipping cost. If you have Amazon Prime or some Prime membership, that some things come free shipping, other things don't come with free shipping. If it doesn't come with free shipping, look around to see if you can find the thing for a little bit more for the cost of the thing, but significantly less for the shipping. So you end up saving money when you do that. So not been too impressed this week, I must admit. Yeah, we have, as I said, we have lots of things all of a sudden needing fixing. Plus the laser scanner won't reach the PCs. So that's going to be a thing. We are going through seed quite a... Oh no, that's solid fertilizer. We're doing okay with the seed. Now the funny thing is these seed tanks on the back here, those are not very big. They're kind of... Oh, that's where you can also put fertilizer in the back, which is why we didn't end up with a full load of fertilizer. I filled up the tank at the front to 100%, and then I attached the seeder on the back, and I noticed that the fertilizer was suddenly down to like 93%. So there is fertilizer containers on the back there, but they're tiny. But sorghum is such an efficient seed to plant that we're not really going through it that fast. I am going to have to make a run down to the store to get some more fertilizer though. So we'll see how that all works out later. It's doing 2 hours 20 minutes. And what is the time? The time is coming up on, oh, it's coming up on 11. I'm going to have to, because I've been doing this, I'm going to have to do this manually to complete the field. Because the worker is not going to, I don't think the worker would fill in the gaps. How are we doing it? We're definitely, well, obviously we're more than halfway because we did all of the alternate rows. But what we're not is more than halfway back. And then we've still got the 3 headlands to do. Anyway, so what else has been going on? Well, it stopped raining and the skies are turning blue. That's the problem. I'm not sure. I don't know how wet the ground is, whether it's a good plan to cut the grass or not a good plan to cut. I've got no idea what the weather's going to be like this week here. See, except when it's snowing, I tend not to pay too much attention to weather. When it's snowing, I tend to want to know. Even then, I don't necessarily care if it snows tomorrow. Except tomorrow, Sunday, if I'm planning to go to church, I would prefer for it not to snow, so I would check on that. But then I don't care if it snows on Monday or Tuesday, because I've got nothing planned, so it can snow or not snow, it's not a big deal. But, rain doesn't stop me going places. It might change my plans. Well, I'm not going to go out right this minute because it's raining, but I do plan to go out sometime this afternoon to do a thing. So that's a potential. But and I forgot to check the salt in the filter in the basement. I heard that rattle last week on, I think, Monday morning. I thought, oh, I've got to check that. But I was sitting under the railroad, and I'm not going to crawl out from under the benches and go and check the salt levels. But then I got the task I was doing, I got that finished. I crawled out, and it's like, it's time for breakfast, I'm going to go upstairs. And completely forgot about it. And I've mentioned it to Mrs. Osa 2 or 3 times this week, and hey, it's Saturday, and I still haven't checked the salt levels. Because if the levels are too low, I am going to have to go and buy some bags of salt. which may involve a journey out. It's a bit of a pain. Well, I was going to say it's a bit of a pain because Mrs. Osa went to the store last week that sells the salt, but she's not really up to carrying 40-pound bags of salt, so she wouldn't have bought any anyway. But so that texture there, it's still planted. It's just weird. And as I said, I think that was hail damage on the ground, which may have damaged the previous crop. It may just have been I've already harvested the crop and it damages the ground anyway. But at least now you can run a planter over in it. So weeding contract still at 22%. We can let that run. What I can do, I suppose, I could move this over to the next field and use it as a worker. And get some solid fertilizer from the store. Keep going till the fertilizer runs out. That makes things easier. I can personally come back and finish this field off. I'm not doing other things. I was actually planning to at least get the grass cutting and baling done myself yesterday, but I was so sick on Thursday night. Yesterday I watched some TV on the sofa. I slept a lot because back pain was alleviated for at least 24 hours. Sure. Any questions are allowed. You won't necessarily get an answer, but it's like when teenage Osa turns up, she starts asking questions, and some questions I'll answer, some questions, no, that's outside the bounds of what I talk about. So that's fine. So how many rows have we got left? We've only got 1, 2, 3. We've only got 7 more rows, then we start the headlands. And I think the fertilizer is going to make... I just thought of something. I'm doing this field. This field is fully fertilized. I am wasting fertilizer. Well, isn't that fun? Let's turn that off. So we don't need to use any more fertilizer here. The workers get very upset if you don't have fertilizer in your tractor. But yeah, we bought this field, it's fully fertilized. Now the other thing is we now own, so that field there, oh, what do I need to pull off? Needs rolling. Mulched. So this field is one stage of fertilization because we just seeded it. This field will be as well. This field will be as well. But I just bought this field. So when I plant this field with the fertilizer, that'll make that fully fertilized. I completely forgot. That one's already been fertilized. So I don't actually have to have the fertilizer spreader on. Which I have to do this field because otherwise the worker will spread a ton of fertilizer that doesn't need to be spread. As far as the seed is concerned, we have a ton of that left. Oh. Anyway. So yeah, that's the happenings this week. What are we looking forward to? It is currently the 12th of July. Next week will be the 19th. And I've got I've got potentially an interesting week. So obviously I've got working 5 days, whatever that entails. I'm also going to have to consult with my back doctor about what the next steps are for treatment, and potentially I will have to arrange for another appointment to have another procedure done on my back. I've got no idea where that'll happen. The place I've had the nerve block done is a small sort of professional building. It's not a typical operating system, but it is a what is it? It's something they can do small procedures at. So, local anaesthetic, stab you in the back, inject some stuff into your back. They can do that sort of thing, but I don't know what the big procedure is going to entail. So I don't know whether that has to be done at the main hospital or whether it can be done at the professional building. It's kind of like the difference between a walk-in clinic and a hospital. The walk-in clinic is much cheaper, but they're not capable of doing emergency room treatment. It's like, I've seriously cut my finger. Okay, yes, we can give you some antibiotics, we can stitch it up, we can send you home. But yeah, it's like, I chopped my leg off. Yeah, the walk-in clinic is not going to be able to do anything about your chopped off leg. So yeah. But they kind of but there are so many of them these days. It's kind of crazy. There's like not so much walking distance, but within 5 minutes drive, there's about 20 of them. And there's the hospital. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing. Although, the place I'm having my procedure done isn't so much a walk-in clinic, but it's limited facilities, let's say, and specialist. So they're really doing, small procedures that involve joint pain. So backs, knees, hips, elbows, shoulders, that sort of thing. They're not doing, they don't do any other medical stuff that I'm aware of in that location. But it's a convenient location. It's not too far to drive. So there's none of the medical facilities. The company that we get all of our medical done at has outlets in Detroit, Ann Arbor, and a very, very small facility in Chelsea. But nothing much else. And when we moved, I did think I might want to change my primary care physician, because I really don't want to have to drive an hour to go and see my primary care. It's much more convenient if they're local. So I looked up the local health provider where I now live, and looking for a primary care physician. And it's like, yes, there are primary care physicians all around your locality, but the nearest one that's taking patients is 50 miles